All right, we're now joined by Ole Miss head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen and student-athlete Madison Scott. Coach, if you could give us an opening statement, and then we will take questions for Madison.
Well, first of all, I got to figure out how to get out of playing South Carolina in the semifinals. That would be my first order of business moving forward. Having to play them 2 years in a row has been an incredible task, especially when no one in the country has found a way to beat them. I think they look like a championship team today. Dawn is in her 15th year. They look like a program that has been moving for 15 years. They showed their strength and their dominance from start to finish. I thought it was an incredible game by them, and disappointed we didn't show up and compete a little harder, but nevertheless, it's not the end of our season, so we'll figure out how to prepare once we find out who our opponent is in the NCAA tournament. Still think our team is a team that can go beyond the first round, and I'll just leave it at that.
We'll take questions for Madison. Please raise your hand. We'll bring you a microphone. Right here in the front.
Maddie, you took this team to overtime just a couple of weeks ago. I guess from your perspective, what was different today?
Today, we just didn't have players show up, including myself. I didn't show up. I didn't do what I needed to do for my team. So we're a super team. We need everybody to show up and play their role in order for us to be successful. And today, that didn't happen. So moving on in the future, we just want to learn from it and do better and make sure that we don't have to worry about that in the future. Yeah.
Questions for Madison Scott? Another one here in the front.
What do you learn about your team from a game like this going into March Madness?
I mean, we know that's not us. We know that's not who we are. We know we didn't play the best of our abilities. So moving forward, we got to grow. We got to get better because we want to go past the first round. We want to show what we're capable of. So, again, we just got to learn from today, move on, and do better the next go-around.
Any more questions for Madison? All right. Thank you, Madison. You can be dismissed. We'll now take questions for Coach Yo in the front.
Yo, yesterday you talked about how badly you wanted to beat those three teams that you hadn't beaten. I guess from your perspective, what is the next step for this program to get over the South Carolinas and Tennessees and LSUs?
Again, Dawn has been there 15 years. I'm in year 5. She has 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", 6'5". I don't have 6'6". I got to recruit. So that's how it works. You can't beat a team like this during the season. You got to beat them in the off season. So, and people could say what they want with my comment. I've never heard Dawn Staley, when Pat Summit was beating her and Gino Auriemma was beating her, say she didn't want to beat him. So at some point, we'll be able to catch up. What we need to do is try to get, if we're not going to be 1, then we don't need to be 4. I think we're a little tired being 4. Let's try to be 2nd or 3rd, and then we'll deal with them in the championship game. And so that's pretty much it.
In the back, Pete.
Yolette, how quickly do you think this team will be able to kind of flush what happened today and concentrate on, the NCAAs, which is obviously you guys are going to be in?
Yeah, I mean, if you ever dealt with 18 to 24-year-olds, in about 2 hours, they'll be over this. It'll be me who will have sleepless nights for about a week until I find out who we're going to play next. They're probably over it right now. So I don't think that's going to be hard at all. We're not going to let one game like this. I was walking out and someone said, great season, and I wanted to be like, our season's not over, ma'am. It's one game, and we've done some really cool things this year, so we'll just focus on that.
Another one for Pete.
It looked like you guys got off to a slow start offensively, and that kind of took you right out of the game. Was that your players not making shots, or was South Carolina doing something to help?
I think it was a combination of both. I thought that, like Maddie said, we're a super team, so people got to show up. And we didn't have that collectively as a team initially. And then South Carolina is, like, I don't see anybody beating them. You can quote that. I'm just telling you, not when they playing like that. Now, if they're not playing like that, then okay. But, I mean, we got in a three-point competition at one point, you know, and they don't even make those like that. So, and they're big, you know, come on. So, when they're playing like that, they're hard to beat. And trust me, we've had as a college, as a community, 29 of us have tried. Yeah, they're tough to beat, and you got to be on your game. And when we started seeing them shots rim in and out, we were getting really good looks in the beginning. The difference when we were in Oxford, we were making those shots. Home court advantage. We were in a neutral site. This is really like a home court for them. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we feel like when we go to their place. It's just about 12,000 more people. But, you know, when we couldn't get it going offensively, that just gave them the confidence. And if you look at the first quarter, 25-14, and then after that, it's like an even game. You got to be able to score against them, and we just weren't able to do that.
We'll hear in the front.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about some of the challenges Letitia gave you guys in this game, just in terms of her defensive versatility and just how she made an impact on offense as well?
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, we are a pretty good defensive team, and our guards are 5'11", 6 foot. Her guards are 6'4". So the length that they have, it just makes it difficult. We have to shoot higher than we usually have to. We have to jump higher than we usually have to. And I just thought, I don't know how you could single out one person. I thought their whole team just made it difficult for us.
Any other questions for Coach Yo? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.